We are currently in Elia's room, tuning in from Elia's room. Venus is getting, once again, just like last week, so much action, so much attention. And of course, we can feel that here this week. The sun enters Cancer this week, which is another big deal. And we have the summer solstice. So let's talk about it. Lots of stuff to get through. Monday, June 15th, we have Venus receiving a lot of support from the planet Uranus. So Venus is in Leo. She's happy in Leo, she's extra dramatic and juicy and passionate. And along comes Uranus in Gemini, creating a sextile. This is going to be exact at 3:53 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to feel this Monday through Wednesday this week. And what we want now is untraditional connections with people, relationships. We want to sort of break outside of the confines of relationships if we are in any sort of partnerships that feel stifling or that feel like we can't truly be authentically ourselves. If we're in any sort of partnerships that make us feel like we have to hold back in any way, Uranus wants to free us. At the beginning of this week, we can feel a desire for immense personal space. Certainly don't tell me what to do. We want to do something unique. We want to be doing something new and different within our partnership. Spontaneity. Go on a date that you don't usually go on. Hang out with a person that you don't usually hang out with. We're looking for something that feels new and different. We do not want to do the old, the tested, the tried, the true. Boring. So Uranus comes in and wants to sort of free us from where our relationships feel dull or they feel like stagnant. We want to open up the windows and let those winds of refreshment come in, but also the winds of change coming into our relationships. We want to switch things up. We want to do things differently and uniquely. The next thing coming in with Venus, the very next day, Tuesday, June 16th, we have Venus over in Leo receiving support in the way of a trine from Neptune over in Aries. This is going to be exact at 8:41 p.m. Pacific. We're going to feel this for the next 2 days as well. Venus being trined by Neptune, all the romance, all the peaceful, harmonious vibes coming in. We want our relationships to feel like we're wearing rose-colored glasses, there's roses everywhere. We are the couple on the front of the romance novel. There's this real peaceful, loving, compassionate energy. Forgiveness is at an all-time high. So if you need to apologize for something, or if somebody's apologizing to you, our hearts are soft right now. And we're very easy to forgive right now because we have such empathy for the other. It's beautiful for the artists. It's beautiful for the musicians. It also really strengthens our intuition, our gut instincts when it comes to our partnerships. We can feel very strongly if it's right for us or if it's not right for us. So our intuition is at an all-time high within relationships. We want to do them differently in some way because of Monday's Uranian energy. And then we come to midweek. This is interesting. So June 17th, Venus is going to be opposed by Pluto. This is going to bring in that passion and that intensity. At 1:38 p.m., this is going to be exact, and we're going to feel this for the next 2 days. So Uranus has left the building. Sorry, plant. And now Pluto has entered, and Pluto says we're looking at power dynamics within relationship from June 17th probably till about June 19th. Where are people taking control of me? Where do I feel like I have a lid put on top of me? But also, where am I constantly in need of being in control, being the boss, not letting the other person breathe? Pluto brings in intensity into relationships. Venus is over there in juicy Leo. Pluto's coming from Aquarius, and Aquarius can be bossy. I said it. Aquarius can be so bossy. Elia is an Aquarius. Pluto says, how do I hold the intensity? How do I hold the passion that is surfacing in my relationships right now? Ultimately, how do I heal within partnership? How do I do the shadow work that's required? Pluto always asks us to look the boogeyman in the eye, to look at the shadow, to look at the dark within our partnerships and pull the wisdom from that dark. We're feeling passionate. We're feeling really intense. It could be a little bit stingy because it is Pluto and he does carry that scorpion stinger. And how do we hold that intensity? How do we claim our power back, stand in our power and not give it away? And then Friday, June 19th, this is a big one. Chiron, who has been in Aries for the last 8 years. And if you have Chiron in Aries, you know this because you've been feeling it. Chiron is moving into Taurus at 2:20 p.m. Pacific on Friday, June 19th. Here's the thing though. He's not going to stay in Taurus for good just yet. Okay, that'll happen next year in April for good. He's dipping into Taurus and then he's going to return. He's going to retrograde back into Aries in September and then returning to Taurus for good, April 2027. But we get a taste of Chiron in Taurus. Now, if you were born with Chiron in Taurus, you're coming up on your Chiron return, which is a really big deal, which is a really strong healing cycle, healing phase, but not without the wound showing up. Chiron in Taurus, big concerns around, do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? Do I have a roof over my head? Can I pay my bills? Is there enough food in the pantry? Can I feed the children? Are we in a safe space? That is Chiron in Taurus. It's like this essence of survival. Do I have everything I need to survive? And do I have what I need to provide my family with, my children with, in order for their safety and security? It's also the body, Chiron and Taurus. Can I trust my body? How do I feel in my body? Is my body healthy? Is my body strong? Can I trust that my body keeps me safe and secure and knows when to react and knows when it's overreacting? I happen to have this placement personally. I am in my Chiron return, and man, have I been already feeling it. All those Taurus themes come up. There's fear, there's wounding around them, and then we get the chance to step into the healing of it all too. And then June 21st, Sunday, the sun, our darling sun, enters Cancer. Goodbye, Gemini, and hello, Cancer. We are now in a water cycle. We're in a cardinal cycle. June 21st, the sun enters Cancer at 1:24 a.m. Pacific. This is also summer solstice. This is the longest day of the year where the sun shines bright the longest. The night is short. Many people love this. I prefer the dark winter days. What can we learn from our Cancer friends? So much. They come in to teach us about family. They come in to teach us about motherhood. Cancer is the quintessential mothering sign. If you are a Cancer and you don't have children, biological children, you're still mothering something. You're mothering yourself. Maybe you're mothering your own parents. You're mothering your creativity, your work. You're still birthing things into this world. Cancer teaches us about that mothering quality, about nurturing, taking care of others, making sure everyone's safe and tucked in and cozy at night. It's cooking, it's food, it's sharing a meal with people, it's cooking for people. What do you need? Do you feel cozy enough, says Cancer. These are the high roads of Cancer. Emotional wisdom, not shying away from big feelings and big emotions, not having frozen water, which doesn't allow the feelings to flow, but really massaging and nurturing those feelings that come up and seeing them as great wisdom, right? Really seeing them as, wow, I have this emotional strength. I have this emotional wisdom for myself, but also to teach that and share that with others. Cancer teaches us how to create sacred home spaces, how to keep our focus on the domestic home front. Is it sacred? Do we love it there? Does it feel good to be at home? Is there peace and harmony within the home? Cancers are the home bodies of the zodiac. If they have everything they need at home, why go into the big scary world out there, right? And in fact, when they do go out into the big scary world, do they feel safe? Do they have an anchor? Do they have a base to go to? Really important, these themes of home for Cancer. Now, the shadow side of Cancer, they can be very passive aggressive. They can be very moody. They can be extra sensitive where they retreat back into that crab shell and nothing will get them out of it. You're knocking on that crab shell. Nope. They're not ready to forgive you. They're not ready to apologize. They can really hold on to frustrations. They can get caught up in the emotions of it all and drown in the emotions of it all and forget to come up for air and check in with their practical, logical side, because it all is around the feelings. They can be extra clinging. Some might say smothering. They just want their people close to them. They want to cuddle. They want to stay home and watch the movie with their favorite snacks, and they'll share their snacks with you. They'll probably bake your favorite cookies with you. They're very nurturing, nourishing, sweet sign when they're happy. When they're not happy, they can turn manipulative, vindictive crab claws, right? So something they have to watch for, and also not drowning in the emotions, not freezing the water so they can't feel it. They'll do that out of protection, but just the smooth flow of water coming out. So we're welcoming our Cancers in. We have so much to learn from them. Love up your Cancer friends. Show them you appreciate them because they truly do have so much to teach us. I will be back next week.